bottles, we pop chocolate, hot top models. What up, troops? Stay in the loop with all types of articles, all types of fashions. Creative Artist Magazine, yo man, now that's what's happening. Real talk. What up, troops? Stay in the loop.
It's the show, the show. Say bow wow wow, yippee yay, yippee yo, family. Welcome to the motherfucking show. Double G's in the motherfucking house, and here we motherfucking go.
Shout out to Double G, got the radio popping just for me. Man, I love your show.
It remind me of when we used to do backflips on Dirty Mattress, nigga. What's happening?
West Coast,
I don't even know what's happening. I know it be cracking. I'm down with Double G up on the radio.
The show.
Top stank on the lead bike.
Unaccelerated radio.
Yeah, Smokey Lane on the whole thing.
Every Monday at 7 p.m.
All day, ready to roll through.
Hosted by your main man, Double G.
This goes out to my friends, my fans, and my fans.
Yeah, 'cause it's the show.
I travel this lonely gangster road, just me and my Negro. We still got bum hydro. We just doubling it in the night balls. That's when young girls go home. Big girls put on small clothes. A party we will throw. Party we will throw now.
Yeah, all I need is the chronic to keep me fit. A bad chick, a project apartment in 2 pits. Red chucks, a red bic to keep my cush lit. Thank God for what I get, but never really need the trick. I'm a hustler, homie, that's how I got this red Bentley. Slayed the competition and told him that Dre sent me. Walk through the smoke like, what up, loc? Cause Warren always got that bomb.com that make me choke. We gon' twist up 8 for Nate. Blow the smoke through the clouds in hopes that it reaches the pearly gates now. How many thugs wanna throw up a dub and be surrounded by the baddest chickens up in the club? Yeah, it's the math, blood 6s on the app. Cuz Phantom got your girl cat wetted in my bathtub. Hit it all night, wake up at 6. Lil' mama grab your bag and get ghost.
As I travel this lonely gangster road, just me and my Negro. We still got bum hydro. We just doubling it in the night balls. That's when young girls go home.
Yeah. What up, fam bam? It's your boy Double G, aka God's gift, all up in a place to be. Shout out to all my friends, fans, and family, those that truly support your boy in the world of entertainment. We all know it is a world of twists and turns. If you don't learn, you will get burned. Yeah. Real talk, real talk. And it's just another beautiful day in the beautiful city of Inglewood. We got the queen herself, Miss Silky D, in the building. How you feeling, young lady?
Hey man, I'm feeling lovely, great, well rested after this past weekend.
Real talk, real talk. And it's just a pleasure, you know what I'm saying? God blesses you with those treasures. So it's just a pleasure to have the queen herself in the building, because she is so busy and she have carved a little bit of her time out to come share with us on an all new platform called The Show. How you feel about that one, family?
Oh man, you know what time it is.
Man,
you know, it's always a beautiful thing and very enlightening when I can definitely just be a part of uplifting and being that incentive to spark someone's fire so they can just start their whole career or just get lifted where they just getting higher and higher. Boom. So, you know, if my hands is in it, the queen is in it, man, I'm just doing God's work, man.
Real talk, real talk. And you came bearing gifts, so you know we're going to get all in your business this evening.
Okay.
Oh, yes. And we got the mayor, you know what I'm saying, being that tomorrow is...
That's right, it's voting.
Yeah, voting
everybody
tomorrow,
better get out there and get their vote on, for real, because we do have the power, so don't be sitting up there like our vote do not count. It counts
Exactly.
in every way, especially when it comes down to our community
Say it.
and our cities
Say it.
and our state.
That's part right
Now,
there.
the president, that's a totally different story.
Yeah.
But right here in our own community and where we live,
Your voice counts.
your voice really do count. And that's why it's very important that you guys really understand what's going on and don't get caught up in the hype of being programmed
Speak.
for you to vote. And, you know, we get disappointed, right?
Man, real talk. And
Get
that's
used, manipulated, and everything else, dude.
Man,
When you just following the directions of them telling you just what to do.
speak, and it's crunch time here on the all new platform called The Show. So yes, we're gonna get the mayor in here and we're gonna ask him a couple of questions, because for the last 2 to 3 weeks, the young man has blessed us with his presence. And you know, as you know, if you're running for the office, you know, you're a very busy individual, so he has just blessed us with his time, you know?
Extremely.
And so
Very
it's
powerful.
just a blessing. So that's what it is. We're gonna take us a commercial break. We're gonna see who Silky D brought us. You know what I'm saying? She always bringing presents and gifts. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So we're gonna see what she done brought here for the all new platform called The Show. If you didn't know, now you know. Get you.
It's the show. We want to welcome all the family.
Family. Double G. That's that double G shit.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. That's that double G shit. That's who I bees with. Yeah.
We got Double G on the microphone, accelerated radio on the show. From the past to the present, present to the past, we got a shout out.
Kevin, representing West Coast.
Off top,
We love you, fam. Real talk.
Double G. West Coast family. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Oh, man, I love y'all. Like y'all love me. Man, go tune into the show.
Monday, 7 o'clock, that's every week. Family, so let's go.
Hey, from Monday, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock on the line. We watch.
If you arrive and don't see me, I'm tuned into the show.
Music articles, embedded music videos, digital business cards, getting lean green, a letter from the editor. 2 steps ahead of you. Stand and look, what a truth. Came to change the game. On the scene, Creative Artists Magazine team, sharing a beautiful world of art from worlds apart, different shades and color like the dark. We pop shots, we pop bottles, we pop shots with hot top models. What up, troops? Stay in the loop with all types of articles, all types of fashion. Creative Artists Magazine, yo man, now that's happening. Real talk.
What up, troops?
Yeah. Real talk. Creative Artists Magazine. Shout outs to the CEO and the chief editor, Pauline Samuels. Real talk, real talk. You want to take
she
your
dope,
game,
man.
real talk queen? You want to take your game to the next level, you need to tap in with Pauline Samuels. That's all I'm going to say.
That's real. Talk about the next level.
Man,
We're just talking about a top level.
Real talk, and you better be serious
No
about
next
it.
level. It's a top level.
Real talk, real talk.
Yeah.
So, Queen, man, it's just a pleasure. I know you've been busy. What you been busy doing? You know what I'm saying? I know you've been always, you know what I'm saying, doing this, that.
Man, I got a movie deal that's going to be,
Wow.
I'm going to be a part of next year.
I know.
And, oh, wow. Y'all get ready. The Queen is going to be DJing July 17th down there at Grand Park along with Battle Cat. We got Far Side.
I know.
How many
Whoa.
others? It's going to be classic. When I say old school hip hop for real. And yeah, and oh God, I got so many. I
Man.
got a lot of events coming up, R&B events, some concerts. Got the festival, the Blues Festival in Allenstown for June 9th.
Hey, now.
Yeah, no, July 9th. We getting here here, right? See, that's how busy I am, right?
I have to write it down. Although I don't know, how do you keep all those dates in your head? 'Cause wow.
Well, I used to be perfect until this little incident, but I'm getting there.
We human.
You know?
Well, you got to write it down.
I'm getting there, right.
So that, because I've been a day behind or a day before. So I just learned to start writing stuff down.
So, trust me, I get artists that need that type of I would say credibility on their resume.
Okay, now.
Not just doing your hood. You understand? You guys got to get out of your space and get contacted with stuff that, man, to have that on your resume can take you just, farther and farther, and not being stuck in your hood.
And for the listeners, that information she just blessed y'all with, you have to really pay for that. She giving away.
That's
gems.
My mission. Yeah.
Gems.
Yeah.
Jewels.
That's
why
mission.
you're a queen. That's what a queen does.
That's real talk. Queens do. Queens take care of their community. I hear, I'm a queen. But if you're not taking care of your community, and besides your king, you see what I'm saying? Then there's destruction, or there's just things happening that don't make it good when we're rising up as a community. And that is a role of a queen. I'm just keeping it real.
Real talk.
Not disrespecting anybody out here claiming they're a queen, but your responsibility of being one. So you guys got caught up in this United States American way. But when you read the title of a queen, the roles that we have played throughout the years and centuries and decades, I'll just say it is a responsibility to hold that title. So you got to make sure that you have a king as well as your team to protect you and guide you to keep building for greatness.
Say it. And you know what? I just want to piggyback on what Silky D was saying. It takes a queen to raise a king. Am I right, young lady?
Oh yeah, well you come from us.
It takes a queen to raise a king and show him how to be a king. I was watching a couple of the biblical movies, and somebody had to show them how to.
And it was a woman.
They never got their shine, but somebody always showed them how to be. They always had a strong queen from Moses on down. They always had somebody in their corner. Abraham. That's biblical. I didn't want to go there.
It's very real, and if you don't listen, if she's a good. Okay, so let's get it quick. She's a good woman, and God has given her that extra sixth sense, as they say we have, right? She's guiding you for greatness and to protect you, but when you don't listen, this is how you fall to your pearls of destruction.
Man, it's because a queen has been programmed to know how to talk to a king.
That into love.
So that he'll receive it. Because, sometimes we get in our ego.
We're the closest thing to God. We're the closest thing to God because he made us out of love.
I believe that.
We automatically love.
Yeah.
So you guys got to learn how to love.
Real talk.
We automatically love. That's why we can love a man who's disabled and got a limb, overweight, whatever, don't have no money. Whether you beat us, you beat us and mistreat us, we still loving you.
Thank for the queen.
You feel
and
what
that's
I'm
real
saying?
talk.
That's very real talk. That's an eye-opener that men need to realize.
Yeah.
Even when you have just did the worst to us, and we're still up here loving you, and nobody don't understand why she keep herself in that type of abuse. But that's because we're naturally made of God's love.
Exactly.
I'm just keeping it real.
Keeping it 200,000% real. And you know what? I see you brought you a young king.
I certainly did. Another person who's going to be underneath my camp. I manage a lot of people.
Wow.
We got Novocaine in the house.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? He's HBO comedian, known for his rap music, very well known. So I'm happy that he decided to come on today.
Real talk.
Surprise him. You know what I got to do?
Speak to the family.
Pumping out to him and let him say hello. He was in the ATL for a minute, but I'm going to let him speak for a minute.
All right.
What's up, Accelerated Radio Double G Show. What's up, y'all?
Man.
Peoples, my peoples, our peoples. We are all peoples. I'm so happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna get it on tonight. We're gonna talk about some very important topics.
Man.
We're gonna share some love, and we're gonna share the word about anything that needs to be shared. You understand what I mean?
Real talk. Say, Fam Bam, I just want to give you the opportunity, man. What you want to say to these young up and coming artists that's trying to get they walk in the path you done walked, trying to get, you know what I'm saying? What you want to say to them, family?
Work hard and be honest. You know what I'm saying? Work hard and be honest. You know, when you out here in this industry, man, there's a lot of devils out here. You know, and if you're not honest, you'll get caught up in a rapture. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta make sure that you keep God first. If you don't know who God is, get to know Him. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Muslim and you believe in Allah, then you put your God first.
Real talk.
You know, you walk in your studies. You walk in your faith. When you walk in your faith, it's less trouble you can get in this industry. You know what I'm saying? And don't just be trusting any and everything. Get your ASCAP, get your BMI, get your paperwork done, get your name copywritten, get everything done, solidify that it's yours. Get you an LLC, start your own business. Don't just rely on the labels. You know what I'm saying? And when you out here hustling, make sure you have great vocabulary. Make sure you don't have no beef with nobody, so folks ain't exiling you from different areas. And make sure you keep your relationships up. Wow. Relationships are important in this industry.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You can burn a lot of bridges just for standing up for yourself. Imagine what you can do if you're just doing the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, you know, I'm just dropping some real heat on y'all. Young artists out there, stop thinking you know everything. Get up under somebody that's been there before and learn from them. You know what I mean? Even if you think they has been, they was there at one time. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So learn from them. Stop thinking that you're the greatest in the world, because there's always another great somewhere ready to take your spot. And just remember this, that Rob Novocaine Nelson said this: when you're not in the studio working hard on your craft, somebody else is ready to take your spot.
Ooh, preach.
Wow. As an artist myself, I needed that. I needed to hear that coming from a legend. Wow, that's real right there, family. Suki D, how you feel about that one?
Man, I love it. You know, because hey, if I can't bring nobody to bring wisdom, and for these young people to empower themselves, then I'm not doing my job from a higher power. I'm just keeping it real. I can't be around those who think negative or those who have narcissistic way of thinking they're the only person around that I, because I don't care how famous someone is. Trust me, they have a team to make them that way, and guess what? The loyalty for them to stay that way. So it takes for you to really be humble, to work around great people. If you enjoy just being around and doing that type of work, because everybody has a job, so if you enjoy that job, being around that great person, then do everything that you're supposed to do, what they have you do, to keep them being on the level of paying your bills. That's all I'm saying. Now, when you ready to step out, excuse the expression, you stepping out on your own, then you never know. They be the one, and that credibility, who you have worked for, or what you have done to make you get on that same level. So, you know, we have to be careful of gatekeepers, because the industry, I'm going to keep it real. The industry they purposely pay the gatekeepers to stay on top and to keep you at a lower level, even though they're paying you. So, that's something that everybody needs to know. If you're wondering why, even though you see everybody else out there and they're just as famous as somebody big, you see their faces all the damn time. Well, that's because the gatekeepers keep doing that.
You know what, Silky?
What?
That, that they say third time's a charm. That's the third time in the last 3 days that I've heard that word gatekeeper.
Yeah, that's the other word for the Illuminati. You know that, right?
Of course. I went to this. I was blessed to perform this weekend. I got to give a shout out to my family. I got to give a shout out to my DMF family. We performed actually right next door. So that's our family right next door at this location. So I actually got to see what's going on. So we performed at my people's Zabo's party and just networked with the brothers over there. And it was like, it was just to see, because I just come to the show, and just to see that that's another opportunity for us to expand this platform. You feel me? So that I just want to speak on that. I want them to marinate on that. We're going to come back and let my man, you know what I'm saying, speak some more jewels here on our new platform called The Show.
That's right, The Show.
How you feel about that one, family? Show. All right. That's what it is, family. Go ahead, bless them with some of that far side. You know what I'm saying? So we did say that's our peoples here on our new platform called The Show. If you didn't know, now you know. Yeah.
school probably at 3 o'clock. I was on her jock, yes indeedy. I wrote graffiti on the bus. First I write her name, then carve a plus with my name last. On the looking glass, I seen her yesterday, but still I had to let her pass.
I dream of fairy tales, I think of me and Shelly. She's my type of hype, but I can't tell her brother sell. The odds are quit chasing, I look for some.
Yeah. It's a man's world, but check the girl with the Mac 11, 187. Hit the switch front, back, side to side, corner to corner. Punk you a corner. Don't fuck around and get rolled up, cause we got the west side sold up. Ike and Tina, Marie and Donnie, Ashford and Simpson, Clyde and Bonnie. I don't know karate, but I know crazy. You better ask somebody. And will I do dirt, jerk? Nobody move, nobody get hurt.
I'm the type of girl that's down for my nigga. I'll lie for my nigga, peel a cap for my nigga. See, he don't mind me flirting, wearing tight skirts in, cause when it's all over, it's curtains. What they don't know won't hurt. They searching on him, I got the cat in my skirt. Yeah, just clowning fools, and my dude's giving the girls blues. My dad is quite fat, don't you think so, ho? We'll come out them clothes, my nigga can fit those. You ain't seen nothing till you seen us both jacking, pulling on the side of food straight rack packing.
Got me a down girl on my team.
The Bonnie and Clyde theme, yeah. Got me a down ass nigga on my team.
The Bonnie and Clyde thing.
See, every now and then my man had a plan to hook me up with his closest friends.
Yo.
Take me to the bar and make me go and kick it. Let him think he's getting over while I gank him for his riches. Robbing, stealing, killing that wheeling. Always on the go, cause the shit was always low though.
Yeah.
Giving up funky vibes to all your funky tribes and stick together like us and Boot Ride. Like Bonnie and Clyde, we gon' slide right out. Let my nigga take over, I'm taking the bank to the house. When we get to the house, we straight celebrating. Giving up that gangsta triggeration.
La la la, watch me fall.
Yeah. Real talk, real talk. My boy Ice Cube speaking on Queen Yo Yo. Real talk, Silky D.
You know, that's my girl. That's my sis, 100.
Yeah, real talk, you know what I'm saying? We got to give all family shine here on our new platform called the show Speak On It, King family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you want me to speak on?
Man, you whatever you decide to bless us with, because everything is jewels and nuggets.
I can add to it. I mean, he's got a clothing line going on.
Speak on it, family, baby.
You know?
I do have a clothing line, the Candace Collection.
That's what it is.
And we do women's clothing. We do swimwear, sportswear. We do tennis shoes. I also do personal custom clothing. So this is what a custom sweatshirt here.
I like that.
Apologetically black, and on the back it has the Candace Collection. The Candace firm. And for those of y'all who don't know what the Candace firm stands for, it stands for Family Fairness Freedom. The Candace is my alter ego name and everything. So you know, what we do on our camp, man, is we just love to be family. And we love to treat each other fair and create freedom amongst one another, instead of holding each other to a certain standard. This how you got to be. This what you have to do. This what you have to wear. This what you have to look like. You can be anything you want to be, just as long as you uphold the integrity of true life. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that, fam bam. That's just a blessing, man. I was told you brought us a little something for the listeners here.
Okay, yeah, we got a song created by myself, and DJ Silky D is singing on it.
You know, one of the songs that my famous voice is on.
Wow, and that is a famous voice. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you very much.
You know, before we, you know what I'm saying, jump in this song, can I get you to bless them with your social media where they can go find that unapologetically black attire?
Y'all can just go to my IG page if you want to. You can go to dkf.novacane at IG, or you can go to Real Novacane, Novakane.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's
you can
what
find
it
me
is.
there anywhere. And then The website is in my bio, so all y'all gotta do is go to it and click on it. If you don't know how to go to it and click on it, you ain't paying attention.
Real talk, real talk. Hey, my people, is Pauline Samuels. She be doing those QR. She do the QRC.
Yeah.
She did mine.
Yeah,
So I'm just saying,
yeah.
that's why we keep promoting, her radio drop, because that's what she offers. She offers a multitude of
Black
things.
love.
In real talk,
That's real.
that's a queen doing her thing, and that's what it is, family. Let's bless him with my man that came to bless him with here on our new platform called The Show.
Commitment. That's the name of the song. Commitment.
Commitment.
Yes, sir.
Real talk, real talk. It's your world, family.
I need a girl with that natural hair, body of a goddess, face from heaven.
So special.
I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it to the test. I'll tell y'all what I need from you. I need a girl with that natural hair, body of a goddess, face from heaven, yeah. Spirit like my mom, sweet with a go-getter. Take care of business, drive me to do better. I need a girl that I can take to church. After the service, I be in that skirt. Vouch for a brother when I do my dirt. Yeah, you know the type that the toolie in the purse. She got that toolie in the purse. I need a girl that's classy, sassy, with a whole lot of ass. Yeah, I need a girl that fits my persona. Even when she wake up in the morning, man, I'm on. I need a girl that's gon' fight for me. Keep these rap bitches up off of me. And see these fake niggas that I can't see. Worship the ground I walk on. She love me.
Your game, baby. Just you and me. Playing your game, baby. Your game, baby.
Just you. Now that I got you, let me give you the rules. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm just giving you something that you can use. Guaranteed to win and never lose. I need you to be a woman at all times. Keep your head on straight, keep track of time. Time is money, money is time, right? Secure the bag, we can talk since later, right? I need you to listen with the intent to understand. Not respond, don't be cantankerous. Messy all over yourself, full of demands. I need you to understand, baby, that I'm the man. And if you ride with me, then you are my right hand. So you can pull your wall down, get me up in them pants. Do a two-step with some spirit, slide up on your soul. Got him in the corner screaming, oh Lord. Feel my erotic touch, pull close my erotic push. Consume my safari kush, while I'm all in your safari bush. Build a house on solid ground, I'm undisputed. Pound for pound, your
Your game, baby. Just you and me. I'm playing your game, baby. Your game, baby. Just you. Playing your game, baby. Your game, baby. Your game, baby. Just you and me. Playing your game, baby. Your game, baby. Oh, yeah. Just you and me. For life.
Yeah. Legendary. That's legendary right there. Speak on that one, Silky D, man. I just want to give.
Man, look. I got called down to the studio, right? And then I'm hearing this jam, him and D-Funk.
420.
Yeah, D-Funk 420. And, I was sitting there and they put the earphone, we want you to, to sing. I was like, oh, okay. So when I put it on and I got to listening to it and they was telling me, I said, well, I was loving the track. So I started feeling it and they was able to catch in my voice. All I know is D-Funk 40 said, I love you.
I know it's a blessing. It's a blessing to get the legendary Silky D, you know what I'm saying, on the track.
That's real.
Because you're just, so you're such a queen and, you're doing so many things. So before we get up out of here, Silky D, where can they find that? Can you share one more time where they can find that right there?
Where they can find their record? Right now, they can find it right here on the show.
Real talk. Let's keep that one in rotation. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep that one in rotation.
Right here on the show, and then, I'll get it out there onto some others. Amen. Again, had to go on his travels, and when I was doing, and being in the ATL, I wasn't able to really be the manager or him and be the artist, a part of Ladylike. So now that he's ready, right, then it's all go. So I'm gonna put it out all over, right?
Well, it's just it's a blessing to have you in here, my man. Man, we have a young man in here that's trying to get into office tomorrow. We need to go ahead and get him in here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a blessing. It's a VIPs. You know what I'm saying? We have 3 VIPs. Silky D. You know what I'm saying? Legendary. You know what I'm saying? Cocaine in the building. And that's what it is. This is a blessing, family. Let's go ahead and take us a commercial break, and we're gonna set up this young man trying to get in the office tomorrow on the all-new platform called The Show.
That's right.
If they didn't know, they're about to know.
They are about to know.
Music articles, embedded music videos, digital business cards, getting mean green, a letter from the editor. 2 steps ahead of you. Stand and look, what a truth. Came to change the game. On the scene, Creative Artists Magazine team, sharing a beautiful world of art from worlds apart. Different shades and color like the dark. We pop shots, we pop bottles, we pop shots with hot top models. What up, troops? Stay in the loop with all types of articles, all types of fashions. Creative Artists Magazine, yo man, now that's what's happening. Real talk. What up, troops?
Black people don't have nowhere to go. All we gotta do is kick it. We gonna kick it in our hood, What we gonna do? We might well go kill a couple of niggas, man, Go in their hood, do a drive-by. Then come back in our hood, laugh about the stuff. To sit there and think. Only time you really gonna get deep into it is when one of your friends die. Just like one of my partners died.
We got some problems. How do you solve problems?
First we parade, then we ride. First we parade, then we ride. He was my brother, loved him like no other. To top it off, I introduced him to this game. I knew his mother, loved her like my mother. A part of me is gone, want to take my brother home. When the trials come, are you gonna run? First I'm gonna pray, you motherfucking ride. Then we ride. First we pray.
Yeah, we are back here live and living color, doing it like no other on the all-new platform called The Show. Shout outs to my family, Nate Dogg. I always got to keep family in rotation. That's just what I do. I have a global family, so I guess I be trying to keep everybody in rotation. So that's what it is. Speaking of family, we have a young man trying to get in office in the LBC, and he has blessed us with his time because we know he is a very, very busy young man. He's blessed us 3-4 weeks in a row.
Man, y'all bless me.
So is this a blessing to have this young man here? Young man, introduce yourself to the family. Reintroduce yourself to the family, please.
My name is Franklin Sims. I am running for mayor of the city of Long Beach.
That's what it is, fam bam.
And I can't tell y'all how excited I am to be here tonight.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, and it's crunch time. And you know, we have a couple of people that we want to. I want to give you the opportunity to speak to the people. Let's say, is there any constituents that you want to that you may know of who are still on the fence, or those voters who are undecided? What would you like to say to them, family?
You know, one group of people I'd like to speak to right now is to the LGBTQ community in Long Beach. We have one of the largest LGBTQ communities in Long Beach. And I went to a spot called Hamburger Mary's two nights ago. And do you know, not one candidate had been there.
Wow.
And that really shocked me.
With the parade and everything, this is the month, right?
And this is
this is the month.
Really?
This is their month.
This is the month.
Wow.
And, you know, but there's another group, because I want to talk about these neglected areas in Long Beach.
Speak.
And the other group is our African American brothers and sisters. And one of the candidates, unfortunately, actually said that my campaign was being supported by Susie Price's financially, and she was paying me to split the black vote.
Wow.
Yes.
Campaign smear.
And you know,
lies.
It really hurt me and Sabrina, because it really went against the whole heart of what we're doing. Not to mention the fact that our campaign doesn't have a lot of money. If she was paying us, we are grossly underpaid because we never received the money. So, you know, it was just offensive, but it tells you how important this election is.
Exactly.
Because if I didn't matter, he wouldn't have made the attack.
Yeah, I mean,
that's real tough.
It's a major city, major port. There's a lot of things going on in the city of Long Beach.
And we're talking about a candidate who has he has the most amount of money. And he had to take time to make calls against us, against our campaign. So that has us feeling good, because we don't have the money to take polls or anything. But when we feel the pulse of that, the anxiety, a candidate who is receiving millions of dollars from the fire department, from big developers, when they have to go on a smear campaign against somebody who started out going out in Long Beach with pumpkin pies.
Wow.
That's something.
Wow. But you know, I'm glad you mentioned that, because again, people do not believe the power of money and who they pay to just keep you low. I mean, just keep you down, or to destroy you in every way, or discredit you and the stuff. And that's why I said we have to do our research, and we need to read. We need to go back to reading and stop being told what to do, you know, to order to save us, just to save ourselves in every way of protection. That's real. We got to get back into that.
Well, they used to say if you wanted to hide, go ahead.
And that's very important, because I've been out campaigning with him since November. And I only heard one person say, I didn't like the top two candidates, so I started researching the other people that were on the list, and that's how she found Franklin.
How about three? Because I'm saying the same thing. That's why I'm throwing my support behind this young man right here, because I don't like the candidates. They've been there. They've had the opportunity. I believe in giving people the opportunity.
Right.
And I was given opportunity. So anybody who was ever given opportunity, you understand how important that opportunity it is.
Right.
It's an opportunity is a blessing. So that's why I'm throwing all of my support and anything and everything I have behind you, because I believe you deserve your opportunity.
Not only that, you live in Long Beach.
Exactly.
You know,
born and raised.
Right. I wish
Born and raised.
I lived in Long Beach, because I'd be one to definitely vote for him. But I'm putting it out there that I support. I support people like yourself, no matter what city they're coming into, when they're talking real things and they know what's going on in our community and why we're not able to tap into the funds that are supposed to be, excuse the expression, reparations, right? For us to improve ourselves as a people, then to keep us at the bottom and everybody else is rising top. This is the reason why this show is very important, and why you're getting my vote, my vote intellectually and my power behind you, to let my followers know who to spread that word to get out there and vote for Franklin. You know, because you came 100% real. You didn't come here to give me we're doing this and we're doing that, and oh yes, we're going to take care of the homeless and the whole bit. They talk about it, but they don't demonstrate it or do anything about it, as you can see right now.
It's only evident. It's only
I got my voter's ballot. I want the listeners to know. I got my voter's ballot. I don't know. I got 3 places I could vote at in Long Beach. You know what I mean? I got 3 places, and so they like, hey, you can vote here if it's closer to. I got MacArthur Park. I got the Long Beach Scottish Rite Cathedral, and then Ernest McBride Park, Cal Rec. So Long Beach is trying to get it in, and you know what? I'm one of them. I am a Cal Rec child. I did go to Cal when we were kids, because they would come to the neighborhoods, and then all the kids would catch the buses, and they would go to Cal State Long Beach, and we learned a lot of things. Athletics. That's how That's one of the main reasons there's so many gifted athletes in Long Beach, because of Cal State Long Beach. And it wasn't like we went we weren't college students. Hey, we were kids there.
Not just that. One of our godfathers of West Coast hip hop, Roger Clayton, went to Long Beach State. Real talk.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, real talk. So, young man, I have a tough question here, because we have some people on the fence. We trying to they haven't made their minds up, but they want me to ask you, what is your reaction to the current law enforcement's response to local events going on in the inner cities? How do you feel about that, young man?
Last week we had 5 shootings in North Long Beach. And I was with a North Long Beach mom, because, see, our city is divided as to how we should respond. Now, we had a mayor named Bob Foster. He cut 200 police officers. Now, everyone knows that at the very least you have to have enough police to respond to emergency calls.
You know what? You're right. In my area by the Game Bridge.
Yes, by the Bridge.
The officer who patrols over there, and he's a regular, he says that they are kind of shortage. They're running short on police officers. So is that due to the police budgets, or?
That is due to the corruption in our city hall.
Whoa!
Because this is what happens. They cut the police by 200. Then
200 officers.
They cut 200 officers. Then they went to. Then the mayor created a downtown plan, and he gave tax breaks to the property developers in exchange for money to his campaign. Well, that created a gap that had to be filled, because everybody else who owns a home, they're still paying their property taxes, which go up 2% every year. But the property developers, they're not paying them. So it created a gap. So the police funded a measure called Measure A, a sales tax increase, that brought the Long Beach sales tax, local sales tax, up to 10.25%. And they said that with that money, they were going to restore more officers. Well, the problem was they didn't do that. They really used that money to increase salaries, especially for the top brass, and increase overtime.
Yes.
So we have these police officers stressed out on this overtime, and then when they arrive at people's homes, if anybody's tired, they're not doing their job right. And if you have bad apple officers on top of it who are racist, which we have had some, and we've had to pay their settlements, and they stayed on the job. That's why I'm running for mayor.
I like that, because unfortunately I've had encounters with those negative apples. And and that's why I'm looking for change. Nothing's gonna change until we get change. So I'm a Long Beach constituent, voter, resident who really wants change. And I just want to ask you this one more question, because I got a list of questions, but I like the picking and choosing. Okay, what is the proper etiquette and format for submitting an injustice complaint?
I'm going to be honest with you. In our city, when you have a complaint, you're supposed to be able... We have a commission. And you could write the city manager.
Is that the Citizens Police Complaint Committee?
Complaint Commission.
Oh, yes. I've written them about some of those bad apples. But speak, sir.
So They then begin their investigation process. The problem is that our Citizens Police Complaint Commission has not done its job. And one of the things that the city has promised will be on the ballot in November are changes to that commission. We've yet to see what those changes will look like. We have gotten recommendations from a consultant that they hired, but from what I've seen, that consultant's report is insufficient.
Yeah, it seems like the problem is they keep hiring from within, because you know, I've only discovered the chain of command through encounters with the law enforcement. So I've had to call internal affairs and give them officers' badge numbers, investigate this officer, only to find out that this guy with internal affairs used to be with this officer that he's investigating. So nothing gets done, the complaint gets lost. So you know, because I'm actually on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, where I've actually pulled up on these locations with police officers and put them on film. Once you put them on film and you start asking badge numbers, that's my way as a citizen of holding them accountable. You know, because I have lost trust in the Citizens Police Complaint Committee and Internal Affairs. Those are the people who are supposed to keep the police in check. So that's one of the main reasons I feel things need to change from the top down. And I'm so glad that you're running for office.
Well, one of the issues, thank you. One of the issues with internal affairs is when there is police misconduct, or when it is suspected, they actually have restrictions in when they can interview and how they can interview. And they're really subject to a different set of rules than we would be. But that's why we need a mayor who's not taking so much money, and I think should take no money, from the Police Officers Association. Because once you have that conflict of interest, it's hard to get justice for the people, and it's even more difficult to restore that trust that we need, so we can have conversations. Because when I talked to that mother in North Long Beach, and I asked her, this is a black mother with 3 children whose husband had to crawl in urine and in waste because the police were saying that they had a gun, and they detained them for a long period of time without telling them why. When I asked her how she felt about the police, she still said, I think it needs to start with education. She didn't say defund them. And this is a woman who had been through hell, she and her family. So the city's ready for those conversations, even people that have been mistreated. But the problem is we have to have a leader who's willing to stand up to those bad apples and say, hell no.
Yes, and accountability. You know, during my little crusade, I noticed once you get an officer's badge number, his cruiser number, that attaches him to that car and to that scene. I try to educate people like that. You know, this is how you can protect yourself, because the situation is always going to go from the streets, but it's going to end up in the courts, and that's where you can fight your battles at, in the courts, and that's how you hold them accountable. And that's just my own little, Well,
I have to add to that. I think the reason why we don't enforce that is that we see that even though there are public defenders, because the majority of us cannot afford a lawyer to handle that type of case. I mean, again, the power is within, and the relationships they already have with the lawyers, the judges, the officers, the whole system is where we don't have the faith to believe that we can stand up for ourselves. And, public defenders, I know we have some that really believe, like a new doctor that really wants to help a person. You feel what I'm saying? But you have others that have been persuaded to not want to take on our case or drag it out so long that either we just can't afford to keep it going, or we fall ill or death come into the play, and it takes years. I've seen a couple of my friends who have sued the police department, but it takes years. They drag it out for years right, exactly. And what do you think of you being in this position, let alone I'm claiming it for you to be mayor, where that needs to change?
I think one of the areas that we need to look to, and I know this is true in Long Beach, is we've got to have a better media. So before we even get to the attorneys, if we have media that is holding people accountable by writing about what's happening, putting it on people's screens, that's what's not happening in our city, because the media is so dependent in Long Beach on city funds.
Yes.
That they're being paid by the city through ads. So they're a little reluctant to speak out and to, put things on the front page when they happen. So one of the things that I'm really advocating for is we need papers. There should be a Latino paper that's circulating in Long Beach.
Yes.
There should be a black paper that's circulating in Long Beach. Yeah. And we have to have these multiple papers. There should be a paper for the Pacific Island community.
Exactly.
Because Long Beach is so diverse, but it's not diverse in its media. If you subject any authority, including the police authority, including politicians like me, because now I'm all of a sudden a politician.
Yes, you are.
Then what will happen is that no one wants to be on that front page. But there's no accountability in our media. Sabrina and I have been a part of changing that narrative. I think that goes a long way.
Yes, that's real talk, real talk. Yes, Your Honor, it has just been a pleasure. Why don't we let them marinate on that? And then we're going to come back with some final thoughts from the incoming mayor of Long Beach. We're just going to speak it into existence here on the all-new platform called The Show. It is a blessing. God says to give you all the time that you needed to say what you needed to say to your constituents. They need to know that you care, and that's what that is.
I just want to say one thing, because the impression is, can we introduce the Queen? He brought his Queen with him, and she's been a part of. We talk about how Queens build, right? For this man to have his greatness. Right, he has a queen in his life, and
that's the theme of the show, because we from day one we were speaking about queens, and you're a king. That's true.
Yes.
But your queen shows, because we spoke on queens shows a king how to be a king. A king only knows how to rule, but a queen shows him how. You have to rule with elegance. You have to rule. You have to over the people. A queen shows a king how to rule. I've seen it time and time again.
We gotta come back and talk about that.
Shout out to the Queen. Real talk. We just, you know what? This is what it is. We give everybody their voice and a platform to speak, and the Queen is like, hey, I got some things to say.
I know. I want to ask her a few questions.
And Silky D gonna make sure it be heard from a sister Queen. Is that right? Let's go ahead and take this commercial and come back and finish up on an all new platform called The Show. If they didn't know, they're about to know. Yeah. As I rise out of the ashes of my self-destruction, God told me this: open your eyes before you miss this.
I'm bent
but not broken, left with nothing but faith and hoping.
But not broken.
Situations getting critical, war is coming, but y'all don't really hear me.
I'm bent,
wounded, backstabbed by familiar people. Seems like everybody wants to see me in a deep hole.
But not broken.
Broke down, stuck on the side of the highway. Lord, I'm in trouble. I need your help right away.
Life tried to break me, but God spoke it. Friends, they tried to slay me, but I noticed.
Yeah, we are back here live and living color. We have a caller that called. Yes, caller. What city and state you calling from here on an all-new platform called The Show, please?
Yes, I'm calling from Long Beach, Long Beach, California. I'm Double G's little brother. And, we do. I'm glad we have a new mayor that's running out for council for the mayor, because maybe you got something where you can deal with situations with the city, because I worked for them over 15, 20 years, and I got hurt on the job. And as soon as I got released by my doctor, they fired me.
Yes. Wow.
It's a lot of stuff that's going on that's like people are talking about that's not being dealt with, and it's being pushed underneath the rug or banished up. And
speak, bro.
A lot of people need to know about that stuff because here I was devoted to him, and I went on my honeymoon and I came back and they fired me.
Wow.
That's how cold the
Yeah,
city
my brother,
is.
he been with the city 15 years. And
now thank God I still work for the school district because they was trying to make me. The supervisor was telling me I have to quit the job, my school job, in order to work full time for the city, and I don't think that's right. That's that's my decision to make.
Wow. How you feel about that, sir?
Can I ask you a question? What is your brother's name?
Willie.
Willie. Were you a career or non-career at the time you were working for the city?
At the time I worked, I was a non-career. But
Okay.
I started working in 1990 for the city.
So that's the first problem. One of the issues is people are staying non-career too long, and they're working hard, but they're not being advanced. And then there are career positions that are open and not being filled. Is that accurate, Willie?
Yeah, but what they're doing is they're hiring inside the people they want to hire because even I went out, before they fired me, I was trying to transfer back to the position working at the health department.
Wow. Well, hey, bro, we are at the end of this show. I'm gonna let the mayor answer
cool.
that
I should've
question.
called
No,
earlier,
I'm gonna let him respond, and then I'm gonna give him some final words, bro. So, and then we could talk after the show. Yana, would you like to reply to that, please?
This is what I like to say to city employees. Our city employees, especially depending on the department, we talk about departments like the refuse department. These city employees are being neglected and abused, especially around election time.
Wow.
Because around election time, they're called upon. The city employees are called upon to make phone calls, to knock on doors for politicians who make them promises. But then when it comes down to it, the city employees that are getting their hands dirty, doing that work, they call themselves, the city says they're heroes and first responders. Well, they don't get the raises. The guys that are pushing pencils, they get the raises. What I'm telling you is that if you are a city employee in the city of Long Beach and your union is telling you to support Susie Price or Rex Richardson, I'm telling you right now, do what your union says to keep your job. But this is a secret ballot, and you need to make sure that when you go cast your vote, you vote for me.
Real talk.
Because I'm the only one who's not bought out. I haven't been bought out by your union who sometimes doesn't do you right. So I will come to that table and I will fight for you. That's what you need to know. I'm going to fight for the little guy because no one has fought for you before, especially in this city, unless they were getting a payout, and that's got to stop.
And that is the absolute truth coming from somebody who was born and raised in the city. I get those chills. So when I get those chills, that'd be the real. Let's help this young man get into office, everybody. Tomorrow is election day. If you in Long Beach, go to MacArthur Park. Go to the Long Beach Scottish Rite Cathedral. There's also the MacArthur Park and Cal Rec Centers. Go vote.
I want to tell y'all right now, I haven't voted yet because I've been waiting for tomorrow. I want you to join me at 6 p.m. I will be at MacArthur Park or Mark Twain.
Yes.
That's where I'm going to be voting in person. I'm bringing a crew with me. Come out with me. Let's vote together. Let's get this done. I'm doing it on the east side.
That's right.
I'm doing it because that King statue was vandalized with Nazi symbols, and the city said they repaired it, and they didn't repair it.
Wow.
So I'm coming to the east side to cast my vote, and I want you to come with me. If you haven't voted yet, come with me. It's June 7th. It's Tuesday. We can do this. We can pull this train on in, but I need you. 8% of Long Beach voted. That is a low turnout. Usually that is low. We can take this election. That's why they're running scared. We can do it, but I need y'all.
Real talk, and that is the final word from Your Honor. And we will, you know what I'm saying, we'll see him next week as the official on the all-new platform called The Show. Appreciate you, family.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Young lady, we appreciate you, Queen.
Yes, Queen.
Silky D in the building, you know what I'm
And
saying?
Double G.
Cocaine in the building, you know what I'm saying? Real talk,
That's
real
right.
talk. Peace from the
Novocaine,
west
what's
to
up?
the east. Novocaine.
That's right.
Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me.